Ever heard of a plant that's both blessing and a curse? Meet Anacharis, the Jekyll and Hyde of the aquarium world. It's loved by some aquarists and banned in some states. Wondering how one plant can be so controversial? Well, you're in for a roller coaster ride as we explore the good, the bad, and the surprising truth about Anacharis. Look at this plant right here. Wow. It's like a superhero for your fish tank. Anacharis has some crazy powers to clean up your water and make it crystal clear. But hold on, it's got a dark side too. That's what makes it so interesting. Want to know a secret? Anacharis might just be the game changer for your aquarium need. It got some tricks up its sleeve that'll blow your mind. So stick around and I'll show you how this little plant can transform your underwater world. Trust me, you won't believe what Anacharis can do. So what can Anacharis really do? Picture this, a single plant that acts like a natural filter, air pump, and decoration all at once. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, get ready to have your mind blown. Let's talk about the superpowers of Anacharis. This plant is like the Superman of the aquarium world. It's got some seriously cool abilities that'll make your fish tank thrive. First up, oxygen production. Anacharis is like a tiny underwater factory pumping out oxygen for your fish. It's amazing to watch. The plant leaves release tiny bubbles that float up through the water. Your fish will love it. But wait, there's more. Anacharis is also a natural water purifier. It sucks up all those nasty nutrients that can make your tank water cloudy. It's like having a built-in filter that never needs replacing. How cool is that? I remember when I first added Anacharis to my tank, the water was a bit murky and my fish seemed stressed. But within a week, wow, the change was incredible. The water cleared up and my fish were swimming around like they were on a tropical vacation. Now, here's something really neat about Anacharis. You don't have to be a plant expert to grow it. This plant is super versatile. You can plant it in the substrate if you want, or you can just let it float around. It'll grow either way. It's perfect for beginners or if you're feeling a bit lazy. Oh, and for all you beta lovers out there, Anacharis is totally safe for your fin friend. Betas love to swim through the leaves and even rest on them. It's like a natural playground for them. Now, you might be wondering, does Anacharis need special care? Now, good news is it's pretty low maintenance. You don't need to fuss with root tabs or anything fancy. Just give it some light and it'll do its thing. Here's a fun fact. Anacharis can even live in brackish water. That's water that's a mix of fresh and salt water. How's that for adaptable? So let's recap. Anacharis produces oxygen, cleans your water, looks great, and easy to grow. It's like having a natural filter and oxygen pump all in one. No wonder it's a favorite among aquarium enthusiasts. Alright, so Anacharis is pretty amazing. But wait, it's really Anacharis we're talking about. Turns out there's some serious plant confusion going on in the aquarium world. Let's break it down and figure out who's who in your tank. You know how sometimes you meet someone who looks just like your friend, but it's not them? Well, plants can have a doppelganger too. And Anacharis has a couple of lookalikes that might be sneaking into your tank without even you knowing it. First up, we've got Elodea. This plant is like Anacharis' twin sister. They look so similar that even experienced aquarists sometimes mix them up. But here's a cool trick to tell them apart. Anacharis has leaves in groups of 3 or 4, while Elodea usually has leaves in pairs. It's like nature's version of spot the difference. Now let's talk about hornwort. This one's a bit easier to spot. Hornwort's leaves are more needle-like, kind of like a Christmas tree underwater. Anacharis, on the other hand, has flatter, wider leaves, so if your Anacharis is looking a bit too festive, you might have hornwort instead. But why does all this matter? Well, imagine you're trying to bake a cake, but you accidentally use salt instead of sugar. Yuck, right? The same thing can happen in your aquarium if you don't know exactly what plants you're dealing with. Different plants have different needs and behaviors. Here's a fun fact. Anacharis' scientific name is actually Egeria densa. I know, it sounds like a fancy perfume, right? But knowing this name can be super helpful when you're shopping for plants. It's like a secret code that tells you you're getting the real deal. So next time you're at the fish store, take a closer look at the Anacharis. Is it really what it says it's on the label? Check those leaves, count them, and see if they match up with what we've learned. It's like being a plant detective. And hey, even if you end up with Elodea or hornwort by mistake, don't worry. They're all great plants for your aquarium. Each one has its own superpower, just like Anacharis. The important thing is that you know what you're working with. Now, remember how I said Anacharis was like Jekyll and Hyde? Well, it's time to meet Mr. Hyde. You see, this plant's got a wild side that would make even the craziest fish look tame. Want to know why some folks call it underwater weed? Stick around, because this gets wild. So, Anacharis is like that friend who gets great at parties, but can't handle their drink. In other tanks, it's a superstar, but let it loose in the wild and things get messy fast. We're talking about a plant that can grow up to 3 feet in just 10 days. That's like having a puppy that turns into Clifford, the big red dog, overnight. Now, you might be thinking, what's the big deal? It's just a plant. But here's the thing. When Anacharis escapes into ponds and natural waterways, it's like unleashing an underwater monster. It grows so thick and fast that it chokes out native plants and messes up fish habitats, and can even clog up boat propellers. Yikes! That's why some states have actually banned this plant. Can you believe it? A plant so troublesome it's on the FBI's most wanted list? Okay, maybe not the FBI, but definitely on the DNR's watch list. In places like Washington and Wisconsin, have Anacharis in your possession is a big no-no. But don't panic. If you've got Anacharis in your tank, you're not a criminal. The key is being responsible. Think of yourself as the guardian of this powerful plant. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to keep Anacharis where it belongs, in your aquarium. So, how do we do that? Well, first off, never ever dump your aquarium water into natural water bodies. That's like setting a supervillain loose in Gotham City. Instead, dispose of Anacharis by sealing it in a plastic bag and tossing it in the trash. Or get creative. Compost it, use it as fertilizer for your garden. Just keep it far away from any ponds or streams. And if you're thinking about putting Anacharis in your backyard pond, maybe think twice. There are plenty of other awesome plants that can do the job without the risk of water lilies, hornwort, or even good old duckweed can be great alternatives. Here's the cool part. By being careful with Anacharis, you're not just protecting your local ecosystem, you're part of a global team of aquarium keepers who are helping to keep our waterways healthy. How awesome is that? Anacharis is like a superhero plant for your tank. It cleans water, it makes oxygen, and it looks cool doing it. Your fish will love it, and it's super easy to grow. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Keep this plant in your tank not in the wild. It can cause big problems if it escapes. So, should you add Anacharis to your aquarium? If you're looking for a low maintenance plant that does a lot of work, go for it. Just be smart about it. Don't let it loose in ponds or streams. Treat it like the powerful tool it is. Want to learn more cool stuff about aquarium plants? Check out our next video right up here, because we've got tons of tips and tricks waiting for you, and I will see you there.